Welcome to the Middle Finger Perspective with your host, DJ Esquire. Hear in-depth interviews with world-renowned DJs, as well as an exclusive watch-along of the routines that made these DJs legendary.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Middle Finger Perspective. I am your host, DJ Esquire, and I am traveling across the pond today. Sort of, virtually. You know, I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck in this room. But I'm going across the pond to chat with my special guest today. He is a 3-time DMC UK champion, a 5-time IDA UK champion. He's been endorsed by many DJ manufacturers, including Rain and Newmark. And most recently, he curated the Slice and Dice Lockdown Scratch competition with entries from all over the world. Here to talk about it all is my dude, DJ Rasp.
Hello.
Good to see you, man. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Good, man. Good. What are you drinking over there?
I'm drinking lemon, honey, and ginger.
Oh, shit.
A healthy tip, you know.
Healthy today. Oh, then I'm just going to drink water. I won't show you what's on the other side of the screen. Really glad to talk to you, man. How are things going over across the pond in the UK? How you doing?
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing okay myself. It's been a crazy year.
Yeah.
For everyone, you know. But yeah, I'm okay.
Good to hear, my dude. Well, I'm glad to bring you on. We just recently had your Slice and Dice Scratch competition that I want to talk about. Really happy that you asked me to be a part of it and judge. It was a lot of fun checking out all of the entries. And man, it's just good to have a scene right now. Just like something actually going on that we can actually dive into. But let's take it back a little bit. Your career is about, man, we're over 20 years in your DJ battle career, I would say.
Yeah, something like that. I'm getting old now.
You're probably like 30. It's fine. But definitely want to talk to you a little bit about how this all got started for you. So give me some of your influences in the UK and even abroad, if it ranged outside of the UK when you were first getting started. How did you get introduced into the battle world?
Okay, so I got into DJing around about 1996. And the reason I got into DJing was just to like make mixtapes and, you know, just to experiment with scratching and stuff.
Cool.
About 2 years later, I entered a DMC regional heat in Manchester. After watching, you know, VHS DMC tapes and, you know, ITF battles and all that kind of thing, I was like, yeah, I want to have a go at that. So I entered a comp in Manchester at Boardwalk, which was a big venue back in the days.
Okay.
And that was a very good experience. So yeah, I got into that, and then, you know, did a couple of battles. I'd enter every year. I didn't really do too well in that battle. It was only like till the mid 2000s when I started like winning regional heats. So it's been a long process for me. You know, some DJs just dive in, they win the first heat, then they win the nationals, then they're on to the world final. It wasn't that case for me. It was like a long learning curve.
How would you say the scene was changing when you entered from 2009 up into your first UK victory, like going all the way to the showcase battle in 2017?
It changed a lot. I battled every year since 1998 all the way to 2017, and I didn't take a year off. So I've seen so many changes, so many phases.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was a long slog.
Yeah, wow.
It was fun. It was stressful at some points, but it was fun, you know. Yeah, I did a lot of vinyl presses myself in the era. When was it? It would have been about 2007, around about that period, up until the first time I won a UK title. That was like 2009. DMC Battle for Supremacy.
Right.
And I won the IDA UK technical category that year.
Okay.
And the year after, they started letting people use Serato and DVS. So I saw that era change up until 2017. It changed again the late 2000s because you could use mixers with cue points, the cue point buttons on them and stuff. So that changed up the whole dynamic of battling as we knew it,
Right.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad to have lived through it all. I'm really, really grateful I got into it at the age I got into it. I got into it when I was 18. So, you can guess my age from that.
We'll do the math quick on that, don't worry.
That was the year that it's the first time you could use the official DMC Technics mixer. Yeah. So, there was a lot of limitations then. It was just records, your needles, your slip mats. The mix was decent, although the fader didn't last too long, but you could definitely cut it up, you could do sharp cuts on it.
Right.
And having them limitations back then and experiencing everything I did made you think out the box and, made you more creative. Later on, there was the era of the dub plates.
Right.
That was a totally different mindset. After Lijad and Netic did their thing,
right?
It changed up the game. And in the UK, there was a company called The Carvery, and there was a vinyl cutting place. People like the Next Men, DJ Yoda, DJ Tuki, all these DJs were getting their vinyl pressed at this place. And the guy that was running it was called Frank, and he would do one-off presses, and they were actually really good. They were really solid vinyl. They were like dubs, you know what I mean? But not the dub plate with the metal, you know what I mean? Like the acetate kind of thing.
Absolutely.
They could take a beating. They would last a while. And I would produce my own battle routines on Serato and Mix Vibes, what I had at the time.
Wow, Mix Vibes. That's a throwback.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's some good potential, but it had a lot of issues, a lot of software issues. But I would produce all my stuff using that and a program called Pro Tools. I would go back and forth between the DVS. Then I would send it to Frank. He was a cool guy. He helped me master and get him at good levels. I learned a lot. And, from doing that, I could press up my own battle routines and stuff.
Right.
That changed the game for me. I wasn't limited to what records were out there. I could put my own samples on there. I was doing Supremacy. I could put my own disses. I could sample stuff from the TV or, I could even sample my friends saying stuff, you know what I mean? And cut it up. So, that was a fun time. It was creative, I did like that period. And then the late 2000s come in and everyone was using Serato. So I changed up again, so you didn't need to press stuff up and go down that route. You could just straight from your Ableton or whatever you use, your Logic, into your Serato or Tractor, and you're ready to rock a routine.
Right.
Without the needle skipping as well, because you could use relative mode too. So, it was cool.
So in 2014, when you did Supremacy, were we still on vinyl back then, or did it already switch to DVS?
Well, it was vinyl for Supremacy, vinyl only for Supremacy, and it was DVS for the original 6-minute battle.
For the 6-minute, okay. Man, so just thinking from the late 90s to finally winning the UK title in 2017. Can you take me back to that moment and just actually getting that UK title and being able to say, I'm the dude that's going to represent the country in the World Finals?
That was cool. But it wasn't my best victory.
Oh, please explain.
But I would say, winning the Supremacies, I'll tell you the reason why it wasn't my best victory. Winning the Supremacies in 2009 and 2014 and doing some IDA battles, winning some IDA titles was a lot more satisfying because, for one, it was at a venue, and it was at a time when the venues were packed out in London.
Right.
And, it was a lot more satisfying, actually beating opponents. Do you get what I mean? Head to head.
Yep.
And the whole you know how it is, the whole battle vibe and, you know, the spontaneous tone to it and everything.
Yep.
When I won the 2017 battle, I actually won that online.
Mm-hmm.
So the UK didn't actually have a DMC live final that year.
Okay.
So I won it in my living room.
In your bedroom, right?
It's not the same. Like a message from Sally. Oh, by the way, you're the UK champion. Oh, cool. Oh, nice one. You know, it's the same type of buzz as you get when you win the jacket and you defeated your opponents and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely.
It's a lot more satisfying that way. And I have won online things before. I've won like a few IDA UK finals online because, you know, IDA's got a lot less money than DMC in this country.
Right.
So a lot of the time they did do it online, but they did hold some live IDA battles, which were great. Different vibe from DMC, but they were cool, you know.
Absolutely. So since you have competed on the world stage for both DMC and IDA and definitely done them in different categories, being like you've done Supremacy, Showcase, Technical, and Show for IDA. Is there a specific competition that you prefer out of the ones that you've competed in from a world level?
I feel like there were like different phases of my life kind of thing, you know. So in 2009, you know, I was really focused on that Supremacy, you know, the operatics and everything. And apart from battling, I was doing a lot of like b-boy competitions.
Okay.
Like DJing for them. Right. So, you know, I was around the b-boy scene and I took that energy and I thought, you know, what the b-boys do, I'm going to use that when I battle. You know what I mean? Right. And that was a fun time. It's stressful, though, doing the head-to-head. I have done it before where I've lost in the first round. You've practiced, you've got all these routines. You need like, you know, what is it, 10 routines or something. Right. You know, all intense and they all got to be good. And if you get knocked out in the first round, that's it for the year. You know what I mean? It's harder. But it's fun battle to be in. I really enjoyed doing the show category at IDA just because you had like pure creative freedom and you could use whatever equipment you wanted, you know. Plus, as well, later on in my battling career, I wasn't so much bothered about doing the head-to-head Supremacy thing, and I kind of lost interest in that. Okay. I was more just about like doing a good showcase and, just being creative kind of thing, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. Absolutely. In the past year, it's been crazy because of COVID and everything that we've had to deal with. How have you kept yourself motivated during this time?
COVID's messed everything up, man. Definitely in this country. Just for regular DJing, like, you know, as much as I like to do the battles and all that type of thing, I'm a DJ as well, you know. DJing in bars and clubs and festivals and all that kind of thing. And, you know, since COVID's appeared, all that stopped. Yeah. Nothing. So to keep motivated and to keep busy, I've just been like doing a lot of live streams. I've been recording a lot of videos, routines, scratches, making a few mixes. Yep. And I also put on a battle, an online scratch battle, right? Called Slice and Dice.
Yeah, let's talk about the Slice and Dice. So what was the concept behind it? What were you looking for from the DJs that you wanted to enter? You know, what type of vibe were you trying to create? what was the conceptual thought behind it?
Okay, so Slice and Dice started in 2019. It was a live scratch competition. So I put it on in Manchester. The year before, I actually put on the IDA UK Championships in Manchester. And I didn't want to do it the year after because it's it's a lot of stress.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of stress organising all that kind of thing, and not having full control and everything. I've got a lot of respect for IDL and DMC. I like them both, but I didn't want to do it the year after. I did it 2018. I was happy and it was all good, but I wanted to do my own thing. So I put my own battle on, and it was just a scratch battle, head to head, where we put a beat on, pick out two DJs, and they just battle each other, just cutting up. And it's all about who can flip fresh or whatever you're scratching the best over the beat.
Right.
So yeah, I did that. I got a little bit of sponsorship from In Music. They sorted us out some prizes and stuff. And I was going to do it the following year. COVID come and I can't do it. So I thought, why not take it online?
Right.
Why not give DJs something to do, something to focus on? Give them a prize. It wasn't the best prize. I gave them like £100 for the winner. And yeah, it's just something for the DJs to do. Keep that energy going, keep that battle vibe going, keep people interested so they can sharpen up the skills. And, because, okay, you get your DMC, your IDA, your Red Bull, your main comps and the goldies and all that kind of thing. But there's not so much small competitions, so I just wanted to put something back into battling, I don't battle anymore. I've retired from it all now. But yeah, I'm still want to, keep my head in the scene and encourage DJs to cut and stuff. And yeah, because it's healthy.
Absolutely. So with the results of this turn's battle, we had Kitsos taking first place, who has been a monster in this scene, man. Like he just took IDA. Yeah, he's a beast, man.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite turntablists that are still out there right now battling, performing? Who are some of the people that you're still kind of blown away and mesmerized by today?
Oh, wow. So many. Like DJ Skills from France. That guy is so clean and he produces great routines. Yeah. He's a good all-rounder. He's three-time world champion?
3 times in a row. Yep.
Yeah. DJ Skills, he does some great routines. I like Rainer, K-Swiz, he does some dope stuff. I like Fumi from Japan.
Fumi. Oh yeah. He's crushing it, man. I'm a huge fan of his. I know like over the past month he's been putting out like a routine a day on Instagram, and then he just competed in the Goldie Awards and smashed it, man. I think, unofficially, I guess we would say he got second, because I think the judges came down to Fumi and Lazy Boy in terms of
Lazy Boy, man. That was some great routines and some great showmanship what he did in the Goldies.
Absolutely.
Big up Lazy Boy.
Yeah. Which will bring me to my next question. Now that we've taken a year and most of the battles have moved to some sort of online platform, whether it's, via Twitch, like the Goldies were using, you were using Instagram for the entries into your battle. How do you feel about the development of the online presence of DJ battles? And do you want it to continue forward, or are you looking forward to getting back to a live presence with DJ battles?
Both. I think it's good to do the online thing for now, especially with all this COVID stuff going on. But, when it's cool and all the venues are open again, I would like to put on another battle, a live slice and dice battle.
Nice.
Last year, I was lucky enough to do the Beat Geek Portablist lounge thing.
I was going to mention that because I remember seeing you hosting. I think you were hosting the Portabilist battle. I saw it on YouTube, and I didn't know what it was. I think I watched it the same day as IDA on this past IDAs, and I was like, wait, is this like a separate room? I was like, what's going on here? Like, I'm drawn to this Portabilist battle, but I'm supposed to be looking at IDA. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I'm just going to stay here for a while. And then I saw you hosting it, and I said, oh shit, like, all right, what is this? So explain, like, what was that battle about?
So the Portabilist battle and the Beat Geek happens every year. Mm-hmm. It's organized by a guy called Simon and Richard Ruffton. Practice Your Cuts. Jesse Dean helped sponsor it.
Awesome.
Everyone uses his faders and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's basically just like a scratch battle. But the format is really cool, actually. So instead of like head to head, they set up, a bunch of decks on the table, and 6, 7, 8 DJs all taking in turns. Everyone gets like 16 bars, maybe like 3 times in a row, all doing question and answer scratching. And, you pick out like the best 2 of that round. And then, they progress further on in the competition, which is great, because it's more natural for a scratch battle to work that way. So, in the UK, we had a lockdown. It kind of lifted in November, December last year. So Sai, he said, right, let's do it. It was all safe and everything, and socially distanced, all that kind of thing, masks, all that stuff, and and the venue was cool, and everyone come and cut it up, and it was great. It was really good, and it took some balls to do that, especially in these times. To put something like that on, because it could have easily not have happened. You know what I mean? And he put it on. It was a successful event, and lots of people were really happy to come. Everyone respected the whole situation. Right. And some really, really good scratches come out of that as well.
I was drawn to it, man. And again, like, I stumbled on it, had no idea it was happening during that time, and I couldn't stop watching it. It was really, really dope. What are some of the future things that you have in mind for yourself and in the DJ community? Like, what are some of the things that you like to put out? Do you have any other battles planned or projects that are coming out? I know you work with Rain as well. Anything that you're showcasing, I want you to be able to plug yourself right here. What's on the rise for DJ Rasp? Okay,
well, I would like to do some more gigs when that is possible. Definitely like to do more of that, some showcasing, some regular DJ gigs. I'm working on some like scratch music right now. So, in this lockdown, it's kind of, got me into that creative mode. I'm creative all the time. I like to, make videos and stuff, but I wanted to actually make some actual scratch music and production. I'm working on like an EP doing that. I'm working on another battle break as well. Hopefully I can release these soon. Maybe another battle. Okay. When things open up again. I might do another online battle. Not for a while, but maybe later on in the year. Okay. I'll just see how things go with that, and I would like to do a live battle if we are open again, if like clubs and venues are allowed to have people in and people up for it.
Absolutely. So I know that you came down to New York in 2018 to showcase at the DMC, and you also judged the DMC battle along with myself and a few other DJs. I think Jay Smoke and Jazzy Joyce was there. It was a bunch of people. We had a good time.
Yeah,
it was really, really awesome. When you are judging competitions and looking at other DJs, what standards do you hold on top of others? What makes a standout battle DJ performance to you?
I think it got to be the full package, so good scratching, good beat juggling, good showmanship, character, some good wordplay and originality as well.
Absolutely.
I think originality goes a long way. I like to take all of that into consideration. I think like judging a DMC battle, like a 6-minute battle, is different from judging like the Supremacy battle. And, that's different from judging like the Portabilist battle, right, or a DMC or IDA show battle, right, where you've got like team members and all that kind of thing. I suppose it's just like, it's all down to personal preference, and how clean the routine is, the difficulty level, how well they pull it off, the vibe, what they give. Right. Yeah, there's loads of factors, technique, obviously, right, musicality, really important. Absolutely. You can do all the fancy stuff, but if it don't sound musical or whatever, and sometimes it depends who's good on that day,
Absolutely.
Sometimes it does boil down to that, who has got the bulletproof armor on that day, you know what I mean? And who is, who wants it. But sometimes you can take into consideration, like, people, they've been at the game and they might have had a bad day or whatever, but that they can crush it all through the year, but that day they, but sometimes that's like hard luck kind of thing, because I don't know, that's happened to me, personally. I've done battles where I'm like, I totally messed up that, and I've not won or whatever, or I've not placed, and that's part of it, you know what I mean? And yeah, but I could totally nail that routine in another situation, and sometimes it's just like hard luck kind of thing. Absolutely.
I'm wondering, because I'm thinking, as I've spent the bulk of this year judging a lot of battles online, now that everyone's at home and we have the capacity to record everything over and over and over again to get the perfect take before you submit it into any competition, the battle judging scheme has to kind of change a little bit. And now it's like I hold all of the things that you spoke of even higher. It's like now we don't have the element of, or, we shouldn't have the element of, this is your bad day. You have every day to make it your best day. So now it really comes down to who can be the most creative and who's the most, technically superior and engaging from a online perspective, because you don't have that audience to feed off of. You really have to put the best presentation out there for a audience that's sitting in a chair, essentially, sitting on their hands, to have to absorb and either love it or not love it. And, now you have those eyes that can immediately say, oh, wait, nope, on frame number 750, you fucked up. So, that is the one thing I do miss about the live element, I would say, is that, I love the element of, okay, you walk into a battle and, you have on paper your favorites, but it's really all about what happens on that day. Yeah. And, some people have a amazing performance and some of those favorites don't. And that's how the day goes. I know for myself, I've had some of the best performances and not won. And I've had some of my worst performances and won, and like that shit happens. And that's like the joy and the amazingness of like a DJ battle and like a live competition. So I would love for it to go back personally, but I love the elements that, having to stay at home has brought a lot of creativity into this world with, speaking on Lazy Boy, like just his concept of, putting on like a TV show as opposed to like, encompassing DJ elements into that, but also providing like this entertainment spectrum around it. Even with the U.S. supremacy battle that DMC put on this past year, which was good. Yeah, trying to implement these elements of, we want that immediate response from the other DJ. So, okay, let these DJs get that routine, look at it, absorb it, and say, all right, now I get to like talk my shit and actually talk shit. And so, so I love that. I'm a big supremacy person. I'm a big head-to-head DJ battle enthusiast. So when I first started battling, all I wanted to do was like the head-to-head battles. I wanted to like, I like tournaments. I like, I watch basketball tournaments here in the States, and I love like it's you versus you, and then you go to the next, and then you go to the next, and it's like you whittle down to like the one. So I hope this, for me personally, I hope that part doesn't change. I would love, if head-to-head battles stayed online, that would be great. That would be great, just because I would love to see like how much more creativity we can bring out. But of course, I do want things to open up. I do want to get out of this room. This room is starting to close in on me ever so shortly. So definitely looking forward to like, having those interactions with people. And, one of the best things about being at a DJ battle is seeing who comes from other areas and hanging out and, chopping it up at the bar or chopping it up on stage and,
the interaction with people,
that live interaction, you can't replicate that online.
No. Plus the vibe as well, when it's live, especially for head to head, you might have a lot of routines planned out, but you could get an opponent that's like really strong at juggling, and it's like, okay, well, maybe I can beat this DJ with scratching or with disses or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
You don't get that much online, you know what I mean? It's not that vibe, and it's kind of different, man. But it's cool at the same time, especially in this situation that we're in. Also, we have the technology to do this now.
Yeah, absolutely.
We didn't, a few years ago, this would not have been possible. The internet connection, a lot of people wasn't good. Now it's at a really good standard that we can do these type of things.
Absolutely.
I do like that live feel, man.
Definitely. So, Rasp, I always close out my interviews with this final question. Taking a look at your entire career, I want you to give me what I like to call the middle finger perspective. It may be a middle finger, but it may not be a middle finger. So I'm going to leave that to you based on this line of questioning. If you were to look back at your entire career, just stating from, the start of your battle career, all of the, like DJing in the UK finals or in UK regionals year after year, getting into those UK finals year after year, and then, achieving, 2 supremacy titles live, and then, of course, getting the phone call to say, yes, you're the UK champion as well. But, just all of those kind of like hoops and ladders that got you to all of the titles you won, all of the performances, and just thinking about all of the different eras of DJing that you've been through, from pressing up vinyl to the Serato era to, we're finger drumming on everything these days. If you were to look at your career and have to sum it up in a hand gesture, what would it be and why?
I'm just happy that I've experienced the time that I've experienced, and all the eras that I've experienced. And I'm grateful for that, but to sum it up, wow, it's been like it's like that. Yeah. Okay.
The roller coaster, the waves. Yes.
Yeah. Lots of highs, some lows, some surprises, some pleasant, some unpleasant. And I've met a lot of really good people along the way as well. And, I loved it for a long, long time. But there's a shelf life on battling. I'll never say never. I'll never say I'll not do it again. But for now, I'm good. I want to do other things with my life. But yeah, I'd say roller coaster.
Nice.
Okay, this is DJ Rasp, and you're checking out the Middle Finger Perspective.
Thanks for for listening to the Middle Finger Perspective with your host, DJ Esquire. See you next time.